I'm your host here, Kabila Sekelele, and I'm here with Lath Pillay, one of the SA sprinters. Lath, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So Lath, I'd like to know, and the viewers out there would like to know, who is Lath Pillay?
I don't know. I just say, if I could describe myself best, I just really work hard at what I do. And first of all, I enjoy what I do first. And yeah, from there it's just hard work and then stay driven, stay determined. And
So, Lath, were you always a good athlete growing up, or were there times where you thought, nah, athletics might not be for me, or did you sort of say, okay, this is my sport, this is where I'm gonna excel?
I wasn't really good going back to primary school, I was always happy if I came fourth at the inter primary events. I've been running since grade 1. I've always enjoyed it, I've always liked it, but I was never really good at it, if I shall say. Back then we also didn't have many coaches and that. At the school, it was a simple train that we would do a lap or two, run a few stretches and then go home and stretch and that. But it really all changed in about grade 7. So I remember grade 6, I kept getting beaten by the same guys year in, year out. I kept missing.
How did it feel then?
I'll be honest, it hurts a bit, but for me it was always a challenge. I was always I could try to step up to it. At the end of the day, only the best athlete they really in a race. And what you put in is determines whether you will win or not. They also have all the coaches and that. Coming from back with a single mother, it's always been hard to try and find the right places and that. So of course, we were very limited and restricted in that. So then I remember grade 6. I got beaten, you can't believe. And then I also had broken my arm at the beginning of grade 6. I had to have a cast, and I took it off halfway through the season. But then I remember after the season, after I got completely knocked out before districts and that, I thought, even if I can't get a coach, it will stop me from training. And at the time I used to get in the complex. It was a simple road with speed bumps on there and that. And I used to just run up and down there every single day, just hoping I'll get better and that. I remember I got to a point where my neighbor still came to me. He's like, my grandparents that keep asking me, are you drunk? Because you keep running up and down the road every single day at that. And at that point I was like, you know what, I'm doing it for fun. I probably won't make much of a career out of it in high school and that. And then by chance, grade 7 was, I won the first race. I was like, okay, whoa.
So there's still some hope in
there. And there was still hope. I always enjoyed it, but just before the grade 7 season started, I was like, I didn't think much of it. I thought, I'm probably going to lose again and that. And then all that running up and down that road like a crazy man paid off. Yeah.
So that begs me to ask the second question. And growing up with a single parent, it's not always easy, because us as boys, we need the father figure. How did that help you to stay focused and to keep you going in life? Having one parent is not really that easy. So how did you deal with it?
I don't know. I guess in a way you can't exactly miss what you never had, but then at the same time it leaves a void of what you should have had. So with my mom, luckily I had a great mom who always filled the spaces of a father and a mother. So for a large portion of my life I went through with it not knowing that I was in a different circumstance than everyone else. So of course for me, my mom was always my mother, my father, my brother, my mentor, my superhero and everything. But I'd say it was my mom that really instilled that bit of hope. She always told me what, anyone can become great, just depends how hard you work at it. Never stop. And she always used to tell me to run like the devil's chasing me and that. And it did help a lot.
So growing up, you tell me you used to run in the complex and stuff. You never had a serious coach.
Oh no.
Who paid full attention to you. And when you saw other guys with coaches that pay full attention to them and they help them in training, how did you feel?
Well, I wanted to be better. I said, even if they might have their coaches and ultimately they're running up and down, they have certain sessions, but why must that stop me from doing my own? Why must that stop me from trying to become better? Even if I don't, it wasn't always about winning, it was about enjoying it and knowing that I'm getting better each time. So for me, I always looked at that. Even when I was younger, I looked at the older grades. I'm I want to be in that position. I want to be as fast as they are. I want to break records like they do, And of course the one thing was, okay, coaches in their number one, and a lot of the time it was always the boys with their fathers and their uncles and that. So of course I was but for me I was my mom's more than enough. And it was just a thing of like, you know, I'd just be better. I'd say like for me the biggest thing was not becoming complacent. Like I mean, I'd run a time, okay, fine, like even now, like I ran a time now, like, you know, it was good. I'm happy with it, but I go back that same night, I'm like, okay, fine, what could I have done better? What must I work on? What else? It's doing that sense.
When you left primary school, you come into Cares, which is a very big school.
Yeah.
And did that scare you a little bit, saying, yeah, I've got a whole lot more competition going on there, I'm going to run against Afis and all these other schools that have good athletes stuff when you get here?
Definitely. Coming from a small school in Bologna to coming here to Cares was a big jump and an eye-opener. And I mean, in a way, it did, I'd say like those big jumps also what like kind of forms you, also like shows you like if you buckle under pressure or if you come up to the challenge. I mean, of course, coming to a big school like this, there are lots of athletes, rugby players and sprinters and all that. And of course, there's a very high competition standard here. So of course you have to like, you know, like pick up to it. And I said like that also like did kind of help a lot, especially like with my training partner David. I mean, he's always been there to pull me and push me and everything. And I mean, coming into Cares, I mean, I remember seeing him running. In the first year I was here, I remember he had an injury and he wasn't really able to run the season. But then seeing him get back up and continue running and that, even though he may have come from a similar circumstance that I have, really like inspired me in that. So I was like, you know, and I mean, he's always been inspirational to me. I mean, seeing him get knocked down, get back up again, keep riding and do well, you know, and at the same time being an awesome person, amazing person. I just feel like, I mean, the good thing about coming to a big school, I guess, with like a very high competition standard was, of course, the standard is pushing you like more than you used to being pushed. And when you also meet those one or two selective role models and that, they inspire you and like you can like kind of see that you share the common interest with them, and then they help you like see more or less what it's like to try and work towards the same thing that you want to work towards.
So I had a chat with David last week, and you know, him being a very good person and a very good runner as well. So you say you learned a few things from him. He became a mentor to you when you got here.
And a bigger brother.
And a bigger brother. So that served as it's something that you missed in a couple of years prior to you coming to Cares. You always had your mom as everything.
I know, everything.
But now, did you feel like the little pressure went off your mom's back as soon as you got to Cares, finding that David became your new mentor?
In a way, yeah. I mean, of course, like also growing up, I was also used to my mom being away because she works at SAA. So like normally, like, she'll be on the flights, she'll come back. You know, like I mean, like my mom always worked hard for me. Like I was used to like my mom and I being away for a while. Thing is, also I wasn't used to being away from home. That was my big issue. And then also like I mean, I was never used to like really opening up and like really getting to know someone else, especially a male figure in my life. And I'd say like David was like the first brother role model I ever really met.
And that has helped you a lot. So when did you win your first ever race here at Cares? In what grade did you win it?
Grade 7 when we had the Cares Grand Prix. Yeah. My first race I won at Cares.
That was your first gold medal.
Yeah.
How did it feel getting a gold medal, seeing that you had come off a high school career, a primary school career that was very tough for you, you know, coming forth and stuff like that, and you come here and you knock gold? How did it feel?
It was weird. I was there, I'm like, okay, whoa. And I mean, like, considering that like I've been through quite a lot building up to that, I was like, you know, it was fun. Like, I mean, I came here with the mindset thing, you know, there probably are going to be guys that might be faster than it, but I just need to just come here and do my thing, have fun with it. And like at the time I was still doing 100, 200 and short hurdles and long hurdles. And then by chance someone was like, hey, try the 400. I'm like, ooh, okay. I did it. I came first, but like I ran like 1 minute 18. But I was there, I'm like, never again. But like, I'd say like also like one thing where I'd say Cares really was a turning point was that I ran my first 400 here. That was an eye opener.
And you became the world's best 400 meter runner. How does that feel? Because you can't run away from that. It's a fact. You are now you hold the record, don't you? African record, which is 46.26. Considering where you come from, that is a massive achievement. How did your mom feel, and how did you feel?
Sure, we were ecstatic. Like, I mean, I remember as soon as it happened, I sent my mom the video, and we were all like, wow, like, it was crazy. Because I mean, I remember like also like last year seeing David compete in Southern Regions with the SA kids, and I remember like I saw David and I was in awe. I mean, seeing him compete, seeing him perform at that level, and I was like, you know what, I aspire to like compete all like not just run for my province or my school, but also for the country. And like, I mean, when I got there, it was just like, sure, like it just, you know, like just hit you in the face, and like, oh, is this really happening? And then it happened, and I was like, it was a bit of a shock. Like, I mean, I remember as I finished the race, I was thinking, I'm like, okay, well. And then, I mean, my mom and I were like over the moon. I mean, like, I don't think any of us really ever foresaw something like that happening.
And life, you know, as important as it is, you also had a problem with your lungs.
Yeah.
After having ran so good in the Ivory Coast,
Yeah.
and you come back and you run a couple of races, and then your lung fails on you. How did it feel?
Yeah, I'll be honest, it was a bit like those moments, like, you know, like when you're just like beaten down, you're like, you know, why me? What did I do to like deserve it? Like, why now? And I mean, like in a way, like it did like really like catch us all off guard, because I mean, one day everything's fine, and eventually, you know, like you feel like a weird chest pain, and then like, I mean, of course I can't give all the details about it, but I mean, next thing you find out, boom, there's a problem, you have to address it, and like it includes a lot, like a very intensive treatment program, and it takes a long time to recover from, and that. So of course, like for me, that was like a big shock. I mean, I remember sitting in the hospital bed, like it's like barely able to stand up, having to sit down. I had like you know, it's like I mean, sitting there, like for me, like breathing was a bit of like a difficult task, and like, but then thinking like, you know what, how to end up here from the track in Abidjan. And I mean, I tried to like keep my mind like a frozen state, to think, you know what, these things happen, and all blow over. And that, I mean, that's been like my thing ever since. I mean, of course, like we all come through challenges, and that. I mean, for me, like one thing I always think about, like, you know, at the end of the day, there's always someone else who's going, who's out there going through worse. And I mean, sitting there feeling sorry for yourself doesn't really help you, doesn't help you inspire other people. I mean, for me, I always try to think of, you know what, I want to be the person that can inspire the person I was back then when I had no one. When all I had was my mom, and like I never had like that role model to identify to, that, you know, that you find he had the same circumstances, and he had this and that, you know. So I mean, for me, it's a thing of, you know, like, of course, like now I've finally gotten back and like picking up my fitness again, just like, you know, also double checking that it's not going to happen again, and that. But for me, it's just like, you know, picking up at my own pace again, and I mean, ultimately, I mean, even if I had to lose my next race, or like it takes a long time to get back to where I am, I'm just happy to be back and running. Like, I mean, for me, it's always been like my escape from everything. Like, you know, like some people go, like they go like, oh, they use drugs or this or drink or that.
So running has been your escape.
Yeah, no, somehow. I mean, I don't know how crazy I got to just like, you know, it's like at a baby, I can just go ride it out or something. But
No. Look, I mean, as you say, it's important to always think positive, especially when you get to that level, and now you're sick and you're at hospital, you're feeling sorry for yourself, you're feeling like everything is just coming to an end.
Yeah.
And that positive mindset is what a lot of kids lack.
That's the thing, yeah, no, I agree with that.
How would you advise those who lack that positive attitude? You know, someone gets a knee injury and he thinks, no, my career is gone. What would you say to that type of person?
Sure. I mean, like for me, my whole thing was like how I always think about, like I always think, you know, like if you really are passionate about something, if you really love something, no matter what comes your way, if you lose, whether you win or lose, why must you stop trying? I mean, even if I had to go back now and come last and run the worst times possible, it doesn't. I mean, as long as I'm still trying, there's still a chance of me getting it. I mean, as long as I work hard, I can still get it. I mean, if you work hard, you will get it. I mean, no hard work goes. I mean, you can't, like, you can work hard, but like it will show. It won't just go into nowhere. I mean, of course, you might get a time where you're feeling like you're in a slump or it's like a plateau or that. I mean, ultimately, if you aren't enjoying what you do and you're trying to perform, you won't really perform without that enjoyment, without that joy from it. You know, like.
So the fun aspect of whatever you do is very important.
It's the main thing.
So, lad, just to end it off here, I want you to just give a word of inspiration to those who are really down. They think, you know, life is just coming to an end for them. Just for them, just give them that motivation to just keep going in their life and to keep achieving whatever they want to achieve. Seeing that you have come from a very, very tough background and you've made it, you now hold the African record. Just a word of inspiration.
I don't know. I mean, really want something, nothing's going to stop you from getting it. I mean, of course, keep your faith, faith in God, and just keep working hard, never giving up. I mean, in the day, do it for you, do it because you enjoy it, do it because you want to perform. I mean, do it because you want to be better than you were yesterday, not because you want to compare yourself to others. I mean, of course, along the way, you can use that to try and inspire other people along the way with you. I mean, the moment you can perform and also inspire people to perform, that's the best thing you can do. You know, make it up there and helping other people, making up there, inspire other people to do better with their lives and help them realize that they can achieve anything. You know.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lavi. It was nice having you on the show. That's the end of the second episode of my story. Thank you very much.